The real danger with the Model Y Juniper is not misunderstanding it, but becoming too comfortable too quickly. The car feels so smooth, quiet, and intuitive that many new owners assume everything is being handled automatically in the best possible way. For a while, that assumption works. Then, charging habits, unexpected range drops, or hidden settings slowly start creating confusion and frustration. Charging is not the same as filling a gas tank. Range is not a fixed promise, and many of the most valuable features are subtle, living inside software and daily routines rather than flashy hardware. Understanding this early protects the battery, reduces anxiety, saves time, and makes every drive feel easier instead of more complicated. One of the first mental shifts new owners need to make is how they think about range. Many people approach the Model Y Juniper like a traditional car with a distance counter, believing the displayed range is a guarantee. In reality, the car behaves more like an energy management system on wheels. What matters most is not how many kilometers remain, but how efficiently energy is being used and preserved. Once this perspective changes, range anxiety tends to fade quickly, and driving becomes more relaxed and predictable. The number shown on the screen is only an estimate based on ideal assumptions. Real-world efficiency changes constantly due to speed, wind, terrain, temperature, and driving style. From a physics standpoint, aerodynamic drag increases rapidly as speed rises. Even a modest increase in highway speed can lead to a large jump in energy consumption. Real-world testing consistently shows that once speeds climb into higher highway ranges, achieving the rated range becomes very difficult. The quiet cabin and stable ride of the Model Y Juniper can make it easy to drive faster than intended without realizing it. Data collected from large vehicle fleets shows that speed often has a greater impact on range than warm summer temperatures. Simply reducing speeds slightly can dramatically improve efficiency. Tracking battery percentage instead of obsessing over the projected distance provides a much clearer and more stable picture of remaining energy. Daily charging habits play an equally important role. Treating 80% as a normal daily limit is one of the healthiest choices for the battery. Lithium-ion batteries experience the most stress at high states of charge because higher voltage accelerates internal aging processes. Limiting how often the battery sits near full helps extend its lifespan. Charging to full is not harmful if the energy is used immediately, such as before a long trip. The real issue is leaving the battery full for extended periods, especially in warm conditions. For most daily driving needs, 80% provides ample range while keeping the battery in a far more stable state over time. Another critical habit is maintaining an energy buffer instead of trying to arrive with an almost empty battery. Planning trips that end with very low remaining charge ignores real-world uncertainty. Wind, traffic, hills, detours, or slight changes in speed can all affect consumption. Keeping a buffer of around 10 to 15% at arrival barely adds charging time but significantly reduces stress. Navigation estimates make this easy by showing projected battery percentage at arrival, allowing simple adjustments along the way. This buffer also accounts for small energy use that can occur even while parked, as the car continues to support essential systems. Charging routines are where many new owners struggle the most. The Model Y Juniper is not designed around occasional refueling. Instead, it thrives on frequent, predictable charging that aligns with daily life. Home charging is the foundation of the entire experience. The car assumes most energy will be added while parked, not while driving. Level 2 home charging provides enough power to replenish an entire day of driving overnight. Slow, steady charging keeps battery temperatures stable and reduces internal stress. When plugging in becomes automatic upon arriving home, the car begins to feel more like a phone than a gas-powered vehicle. Each morning starts with a ready battery and fewer decisions. Fast charging plays a different role. High-power charging is designed for long trips, not daily use. Technically, large amounts of power are pushed into the battery quickly, but the battery cannot accept that rate indefinitely. As charge level rises, the system must slow down to protect the battery and control heat. This is why charging is fastest from low levels up to around 80% and then slows dramatically. On long trips, it is usually more efficient to charge just enough to continue driving, rather than waiting to fill the battery completely in one stop. Accepting this strategy often reduces total travel time and aligns with how the battery naturally wants to operate. Navigation is far more than a map. It acts as the energy coordinator for the entire trip. When a destination is entered, the system predicts energy usage, plans charging stops if needed, and prepares the battery for fast charging by adjusting its temperature ahead of arrival. A properly conditioned battery charges faster and more efficiently. Navigation also provides real-time information about charger availability and expected battery level at arrival. Simply using navigation consistently, even on familiar routes, allows the car to manage the most complex decisions quietly in the background. Software habits shape daily ownership more than most hardware features. Preconditioning is a perfect example. While many people think of preheating or pre-cooling as a comfort feature, its real value lies in battery care. Batteries perform best within a specific temperature range. When cold, they require extra energy to warm up before allowing fast charging or high power output. By starting climate control remotely or navigating to a charger so the car prepares itself, the battery reaches its optimal state before energy is demanded. This leads to faster charging, smoother performance, and less wasted energy during the first minutes of driving. The mobile app is another essential tool that works best when used proactively. Monitoring charge levels, managing charging schedules, and adjusting climate remotely all contribute to smoother operation. Starting climate control before entering the car reduces the initial energy spike that occurs when the system has to rapidly heat or cool the cabin. Over time, this habit reduces battery strain and improves overall efficiency. Keeping a physical backup key remains a simple but important precaution. Sentry mode illustrates how software can quietly impact energy use. When active, cameras and sensors remain powered, causing noticeable battery drain while parked. Depending on activity and environment, this drain can add up quickly. Using Sentry mode selectively, rather than leaving it on everywhere by default, gives much better control over energy consumption and avoids unexpected losses. Driving style also makes a meaningful difference. Smooth, one-pedal driving allows regenerative braking to recover energy that would otherwise be wasted as heat. In stop-and-go traffic, regenerative braking can recapture a significant portion of energy when used gently. Lifting off the accelerator earlier and more gradually allows the car to slow smoothly, improving passenger comfort and reducing brake wear. Over time, driving becomes calmer and less tiring without conscious effort to be efficient. Climate management is one of the largest contributors to energy use, especially in cold weather. Testing has shown that cold temperatures alone reduce range noticeably, and heavy cabin heating can significantly amplify that effect. The goal is not to sacrifice comfort, but to heat intelligently. Heated seats and the steering wheel warm the body directly, using far less energy than heating the entire cabin. Starting climate control a few minutes before driving allows the cabin to reach temperature without drawing high power while on the move. Leaving climate settings in automatic mode lets the system balance comfort and efficiency more effectively than constant manual adjustments. In the end, the Model Y Juniper does not demand extra effort from its owner. It simply works best when its logic is understood. Once range is seen as flexible, charging is routine, and software is an active partner, daily driving becomes calmer and more predictable. These small habits do not just protect the battery, they reshape how the car fits into everyday life, turning it from a source of questions into something that quietly works in the background, exactly as intended.